There is an island on Earth where humans are legally forbidden to set foot. Not because it holds a government secret or because it's a protected ancient site. It's forbidden for a much simpler and much more terrifying reason. Nature has made it very clear humans do not belong here. We are not at the top of the food chain. Just 35 kilometers off the coast of São Paulo, Brazil, lies Ilha da Queimada Grande. But you probably know it by its more infamous name, Snake Island. From a distance, it looks like a paradise. Lush, green, and quiet, but that's a deadly illusion. This small patch of land, smaller than many city parks, is one of the most dangerous places on the planet. And the reason why is almost hard to believe. Imagine an area of less than half a square kilometer. Now, imagine it crawling with snakes. At its peak, scientists estimated that this island was home to over 15,000 of them. That's not an exaggeration or a local legend. We're talking about a density so high that in some areas, you could find one snake for every single square meter. Local stories claimed you couldn't walk without stepping on one. Entire trees were once described as being draped in snakes, like living, moving ornaments. But the sheer number isn't even the most horrifying part. The real horror is the asterisk-type asterisk of snakes. Nearly every single snake on this island is venomous. On the mainland, venomous snakes are a rarity, a small fraction of the total snake population. Here, they are the rule. They dominate. This isn't just an island of snakes, it's an island of killers. So, how did this nightmare landscape come to be? The answer lies in the deep past. Thousands of years ago, Snake Island wasn't an island at all. It was part of the Brazilian mainland, a forested hill connected to the continent. Snakes, birds, and mammals all coexisted, but then the last ice age ended. Glaciers melted, and sea levels began to rise dramatically. The ocean crept in, flooding the low-lying land and cutting the hill off from the mainland. It became an island, and for the animals living there, it became a prison. The larger mammals disappeared first. There wasn't enough space or food to sustain them. Rodents, a primary food source for many snakes, vanished. The snakes were trapped, and in nature, when animals are trapped in a changing environment, they have only two choices: adapt or die. With no ground-dwelling mammals left to hunt, the snakes had to look up. Their only remaining food source was the migratory birds that used the island as a resting stop. But hunting birds presents a unique problem. Birds don't just stand there after being bitten, they fly. If a snake bit a bird and the bird managed to fly away, even for a few hundred meters, it would die somewhere the snake couldn't reach it. The snake would have wasted precious venom and energy, and it would starve. This is where evolution made a brutal and incredibly efficient decision. Only the snakes with the fastest acting, most potent venom survived. A snake whose venom could immobilize a bird almost instantly would eat. A snake with weaker venom would not. Generation after generation, this selective pressure pushed the island's vipers down a very specific evolutionary path. The venom became deadlier and deadlier, not to cause more pain, but simply to kill faster. It was a biological arms race, and the prize was survival. This process created a brand new species, a snake found nowhere else on Earth, the golden lancehead viper. This snake is the undisputed king of the island. Its venom is a terrifying testament to evolutionary pressure. Scientists estimate it to be up to 5 times more potent than the venom of its mainland relatives. It's not just a neurotoxin, it's a powerful hemorrhagic and cytotoxic cocktail. It doesn't just shut down the nervous system, it liquefies tissue. A bite from a golden lancehead can cause kidney failure, internal bleeding, and rapid tissue necrosis. It's strong enough to shut down a human's organs in minutes. The island didn't just create a new kind of snake. It effectively erased humans from its landscape. In the early 1900s, the Brazilian Navy decided to build a lighthouse on the island to guide ships. But a lighthouse needs a keeper. Someone had to live there, in that hostile environment, to keep the light burning. The story of the last lighthouse keeper and his family is a grim local legend, but it's rooted in historical records. One night, a group of snakes reportedly entered their home through a window. In a panic, the family, the keeper, his wife, and their children fled the house, trying to make it to their boat. They never made it. They were found later scattered across the island, victims of the golden lanceheads. After that tragedy, the Navy decided no one else would live there. The lighthouse is now fully automated, a silent, empty tower standing guard over a kingdom of snakes. No one lives here anymore. The Brazilian government, recognizing the extreme danger, made a rare and definitive decision. They banned all public access to the island. This isn't just a warning sign on a beach. It's federal law. No tourists, no explorers, no thrill seekers hoping for a story to tell. The only people allowed to set foot on Ilha da Queimada Grande are carefully vetted scientists and researchers, and even they operate under the strictest of protocols. They must be accompanied by a doctor carrying multiple vials of a specialized anti-venom. They wear thick, snake-proof gear from head to toe. They land only during the day and are under strict time limits. Why such extreme measures? Because on Snake Island, a mistake isn't just costly, it's fatal. The time it takes to evacuate a person from the island by boat or helicopter is longer than the venom often needs to kill. There is no margin for error. Help is too far away. Despite the ban, despite the well-known danger, people still try to land here illegally. But they're not coming for curiosity or for science. They're coming for money. The golden lancehead viper is critically endangered, found only on this tiny speck of land. That rarity, combined with its fearsome reputation, makes it a prized possession on the black market for exotic animal collectors and even some rogue scientists. A single golden lancehead can reportedly sell for tens of thousands of dollars. These poachers, known as by operates, risk their lives to sneak onto the island, hoping to snatch what evolution so perfectly crafted. They often land at night, using basic tools to catch the vipers. Many of them never return. The island's lethal residents make no distinction between a scientist and a smuggler. In the end, Snake Island is not cursed. It's not evil. It's something far more primal and humbling. It is nature, raw and unfiltered, operating without human control. It is a living laboratory showing what happens when a single predator is pushed to the absolute peak of its deadly potential. It's a place where evolution worked perfectly, just not for us. Some places on Earth are not meant for us to conquer or explore. They are meant to remind us that for all our technology and all our intelligence, we are still just one part of the natural world. And in some corners of that world, we are not and will never be in charge. Thank you for watching. If you found this journey to one of the world's deadliest islands fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from the wild and untamed corners of our planet.